This is an illustration of a typical steering box core return. Prior to returning the core, you want to make sure the unit is drained of all fluids, securely packaged, and wrapped to avoid damage during transport. We ask that the port plug supplied with a replacement unit be used to cover and protect the ports on the core. This will help prevent the unit from leaking in transit, as well as protect the port threads from being stripped. Also, please make sure all of the appropriate documentation is included with the unit. For example, your debit memo and/or credit reference paperwork, as well as a copy of the original invoice or product return form, PRF, if you have it. We provide our core return guidelines paperwork along with every unit sold, and it's a helpful starting point for information gathering. All units are inspected as follows to make sure they meet core criteria guidelines. We start from the outside. Sometimes we receive cores with attached pitman arms or steel column yokes and U-joints. This would still be considered an acceptable core, as they are removed during the remanufacturing process. All cores must be returned complete to receive credit consideration. Disassembled steering gears will not be accepted. At the same time, unlike cores will not be accepted unless prior arrangements or agreements are in place with the respective location's core manager. Firstly, we always check to make sure there are no cracks, bulges, or holes in the housing. Any units with bulges or cracks in them cannot be accepted. Additionally, no core credit will be issued on units that have a broken input shaft, broken, cracked, twisted, welded, or sheared off output shaft, weld damage on gear input shaft, broken, damaged, or welded mount areas or bolt holes, have been exposed to fire, or have severe rust due to prolonged weather exposure. All core returns must be rebuildable, and thus steering gears with severe accident damage deemed unrebuildable will not be credited. The input shaft is inspected for welds. Make sure the splines are not damaged or twisted due to severe impact. The output shaft is also inspected in order to make sure the splines were not damaged, which would indicate the unit was in an accident. Additionally, we inspect all the bolt holes to make sure they are in good shape and not damaged or cracked due to an accident or bolts being torched off. The steering gear input shaft is checked to make sure the shaft is turning freely without any binding issues. As the input shaft is being manually turned, it is important to double check to make sure the output shaft is also turning freely in conjunction with the turning of the input shaft. If either of the shafts do not turn freely, are disconnected, or move stiffly in either direction, this is an indication of additional internal damage, which will affect core eligibility and will be deemed an unacceptable core. Rest assured, if we receive any cores with these issues outlined in this video, you will be notified by email or phone. So please be sure to provide accurate contact information along with your return paperwork noted at the top of the video. Please remember, all cores must be returned within 12 months of purchase for credit eligibility. Finally, we don't tie up your money by delaying core credits for an extended period of time. As an industry leader, we strive to process all core return credits within 3 weeks of when they are received. For more information, visit our website or contact us directly.